Welcome back to Irreverent Business Podcast, a podcast where we take some things seriously. Business is not always one of them. And today I have a very, very serious guest, Finn Joseph.
Very serious.
Who is a magician slash mentalist slash illusionist slash modern day con man.
Yes. Okay, you got it all.
Did I get all of it?
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect introduction.
That's wonderful.
Just like I wrote it.
All right, here we go. As with every Irreverent Business podcast, we start off by you giving me your Irreverent Business hot take. It is one sentence that I then have to either 100% agree with or 100% disagree with. Finn Joseph, what is your Irreverent Business hot take?
I think that people in the gig-based economy are tired of dealing with AI responses. They want humans.
People in the gig-based economy are tired of dealing with AI-based responses. What exactly are you referring to? Give me before I give you my 100%.
I'm referring to people in my position who are working hired at gigs.
Okay.
People want to hire humans. They don't want to hire people who are using AI responses for everything. They're tired of it.
Oh, man.
People are tired of ChatGPT responses with an M dash every second sentence.
This is a tough one for me. I will not half-ass my answer. I will go 100% in or 100% out. I am going to say that I 100% disagree with you.
And why is that?
And this is a very, very... I'm walking a line here.
It's nuanced. I understand.
I think that as someone who owns a conference, for example, I really like efficiency. So I'm okay with AI qualifying.
Fair.
See, this is what I set myself up for failure here, because I 100% agree with you that I want to talk to the human being.
Yes. I've had people who've hired me for events who have specific, I'm not saying a lot, but I've had a few people who have hired me for events, and they said, I was going between you and another person. I could tell that they were giving me an automated message.
Okay.
I was using emojis. I was using LOLs and stuff like that. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a time and a place for everything, but I intentionally put my personality into my communication with people. I use templates. I use the same kind of structure for my messages. Obviously, I send them a lot.
Here's where I shot myself in the foot here. Here's where I'm being hypocritical. I don't use automated follow-up. I follow up myself. I pick up my phone when someone calls the company.
Yeah.
The reason I disagree with you is, and this is why we do this.
Yeah.
I want you to defend yourself. I think sales, gig-based prospecting, reaching out as a conference speaker. We talked kind of offline beforehand about me speaking naturally. It is a numbers game.
You got a point.
It is a numbers game. So if I reach out to 1,000 conferences and I get a response from 1% of them, and I'm using automation to vet them.
That's fair.
From my perspective, however, as someone that owns a conference, the fact that you reached out to me and said, hey, I'm really curious to be on your podcast.
Right.
I took you up on it because you reached out to me personally.
Exactly.
Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not like I handcraft and type out every single message I send people.
No, I get that.
But I will, when I'm reaching out, remember Stanley mentioned, I'll reach out to clients. I'll reach out to businesses that might be a good fit, in my opinion. And I'll start off with a personable typed out thing. And then I'll have something that I have worked on for a while to make it sound the best.
Something that's standardized.
Yeah, and then I copy, and then I end my email or my text or whatever the case might be with another personal thing. So I'm only typing out, in some cases, 2 or 3 sentences. But then there's a whole paragraph in the middle that talks about checking out me on Coin 6 News when I perform on Coin 6, or when I perform another podcast. I have some, go to my YouTube channel or click on this link and you'll find some videos.
Be standardized, right?
Yeah, that's all standardized.
I can totally see where you're coming from too, because again, and I make this joke all the time on social media. I'm like, for the love of God, if you make an AI flyer, I'm not coming to your event.
Oh yeah,
right? Like, it's all the time. My kids, we were at a festival recently and they walked through all the vendors and they just pointed out very loudly to my dad, AI graphic, AI artwork. And I was like, so I can understand that for sure. So I want to dive right into the topic here.
Sure.
Entertainment, in-person event is AI proof.
Yes.
And that's what I find very interesting.
It is.
What is so interesting about your industry, and to be clear, This is the first time I've met Finn.
Yeah.
We don't have a long history here. So you guys are getting information from him as I'm getting it.
Right.
COVID killed in-person events.
It did.
AI is revitalizing them
Sure.
by sort of default because people are tired of the fake AI
People
stuff.
crave the human experience.
Exactly.
They
So
crave it.
AI is actually benefiting in-person events.
It does.
Are you experiencing that growth? Because you've been a magician for how long now?
I've been a magician since 2010. So December 19th of 2010, I remember it because I was up watching a football game in Seattle. So you can look up the day. It's easy to remember. And I've been a magician for 16 years now, professionally since 2017. So I started off in magic. I'll just tell you about how I got started. So I was going up to Seattle with my family to watch a football game.
Go Seahawks.
Yeah, go Hawks, go Lions. I say go Lions, but my dad's from Detroit, so I'm obligated to say.
Fair enough.
And Eminem was from 8 Mile, he was from 6 Mile, downtown Detroit guy.
Wow.
So I'm obligated to say that, or else he'll give me a hard time, both physically and mentally.
We have it on recording.
Yeah. Okay. So
all right. So 2017, you started doing this professionally.
Yeah, but so I saw a magician up in Seattle, blew me away. He was doing kind of like everything and he wasn't at if anyone here's been to Pike's Place and knows a magic shop, this guy was not in the magic shop. This guy was on the street with a fold-out card table doing card tricks, and he had a kind of everything I'm doing here you can learn in this DVD pitch. So, like I said, December 19th, Christmas is like 6 days away. I asked my parents, and I was 15 at the time, and I asked my parents, can you get this for me? And they were like, yeah, absolutely. And actually, I will mention too, my brothers, they were the ones who came up to me before I even saw this guy. They saw this guy doing the card tricks, and they were like, Finn, you got to come see this. So it was like, well, how different my life would be if they didn't do that. But I saw this guy, I got the DVD, and I'm 99 out of 100 people who watch these card trick DVDs is sleight of hand. It's all sleight of hand illusions.
Right.
I was the 1 out of 100 who was like, this makes it so much cooler. So I started doing it. It gave me something to be kind of known for at school and stuff like that.
Swindle people's lunch money.
Exactly. And then as I get older and I, get of bar attending age, it helps out with, getting free beers and maybe a couple phone numbers. So it's,
amazing.
Yeah, that's like,
It's very utilitarian of you. That's fantastic.
Well, when
like,
people
I'm gonna take this and I'm going to use it.
If people talk about I love the term. People are, what's your best party trick?
Yeah.
And it's like I can do whatever it might be. It's like which one? I get hired to go nowadays. I get hired to go to parties to show tricks. But that's awesome. So I did it for a long time just for fun. The idea of doing magic actually, and like mentalism, which we'll get into later. But I was just like a card trick sleight of hand guy for a long time, and the idea of doing it for money was actually really intimidating to me for quite some time because it was nerve-wracking. Like I don't get paid to do this. This is an art and stuff like that. And then a guy in Salem who I think they had an art gallery that was open for like 2 months. He's like, hey, I'm doing a grand opening. Can you come do it? It was like $50. And there was like probably 5 or 6 people attended, and I was terrible. And I was, and I was probably all shaky hand nervous.
Perfect action, man. You gotta start somewhere.
No, exactly. It was like, nobody's ever gotten good at something. Like nobody wakes up and they're like, oh, I'm great at this, aren't I? So that's not how it works. So I did it. I was probably better than I remember now, but I like to joke about how bad I used to be. Every magician does. But the thing is, I got $50. I'm a professional now. So, 1 gig turns to 2 turns to 4, so on and so forth. And I was doing a few gigs here and there before COVID. And then COVID happened. I had an IT job, and so I was not needing to do like the Zoom shows or anything like that. And then 2021 rolls around, and I start really taking it seriously. I was kind of cooped up for a while. All I had was like the books to learn about magic. I couldn't really perform for people. And 2021 rolls around, people start shaking off their, feathers and start getting out more, and events start happening. And that's when I really started doing a lot more shows. And I started getting on stage. So I was doing just close-up magic before that.
I was going to ask what, the transition, but also just the strategy behind it, I can imagine, on stage and in person.
Very different. Yeah, it's very different. It's a real close-up magic versus stage magic are very different. So I started doing those more, and then it's been exponential. So I've done like shows for the University of Oregon, Amazon, Intel, big corporate events, Fortune 500 companies, FedEx, stuff like that. So I've done shows now for bigger companies that do private parties and corporate events. I do them all. I do everything other than like a young kid's birthday party. Even then, I'll probably eventually start doing that. But I'll do any. So I love magic. I love performing. But I don't really do like young kids parties. But
other people's kids are horrible. Just to be clear,
a lot of magicians are really intimidated by doing kids parties.
Really?
They would much rather perform for like a bunch of doctors and politicians and stuff like that. I've seen like,
That's so funny.
I've seen Jeff Bezos, for instance, the richest man in the world. I've seen videos of him. That's true.
As of like 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
So I've seen with David Blaine. There's like a really famous YouTube video of them doing card tricks at like some big ritzy event, and he's doing the tricks that I learned in like my first 3-4 months of being a magician. Really? But obviously he's David Blaine, who's really good at it. But he's doing stuff that I know, and he's just knocking the socks off of one of the richest men in the world. He's completely flooring him. But then that same trick, you go and do it for a snot-nosed little kid. And then they'll be like, I know what you're doing. So kids are their own beast.
Tough audience.
They're their own beast.
For sure.
And I love kids. I do love kids. I actually nearly became a preschool teacher when I was in college, but I kind of thought about doing that career change.
Yeah.
And I love kids, but magic for kids is a real difference.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
Okay. So talk to me about the biggest difference between your close-up and your stand. I mean, I can make assumptions on that you have to be a little more grandiose on stage so everybody can see it, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you got to play up and out. And then, because I was talking a lot about how when I started, I was a close-up magician, like card tricks, coin tricks, that kind of stuff. I still do that stuff all, but I got introduced to one of my best friends and my mentor, Hart Keen. Also, he lives from Eugene. He's a national performer, been on America's Got Talent, Penn and Teller. He's done like some TV bits. Anyway, he showed me the world of mentalism. And mentalism, if any of you have ever heard of like Oz Perlman or anything like that, he's been on Joe Rogan and all that kind of stuff. He said the magic of the mind reading kind of stuff. I'm not a mind reader. I'm not claiming to be a mind reader, but that kind of stuff plays a lot further. So the difference.
What do you mean it plays a lot further? Like you can do it from the stage.
Yeah, well,
there doesn't have to be a camera on.
Yeah, you could be sitting in like the back of a room. And if I'm doing like a prop related magic trick, whatever it might be, unless it's a big illusion, it's harder to see in the back of the room, right? Because there's a prop involved. Right. However, if I ask somebody and we're all properly mic'd up and the sound's good, because the biggest thing to a stage show is can they hear you? But you perform
as a musician. I can confirm.
Yeah, exactly.
I hate going to anything, weddings, business conferences, anything where you can't hear.
It's a flop. It's a flop right there. Oh no, I've had many shows where for one reason or another, they can't hear me, whether it be the audio's bad, there's a real bad, like what would be like an echo, a reverb. And I've had a couple events where they're like, hey, we're gonna have cocktail hour at the same time you're doing a stage show, which is the worst ever. And so it's like,
interesting.
Everything's horrible about it. I'm gonna bomb even if I do good. Anyway, with mentalism, the reason mentalism I think plays better on stage is because even if you're in the back of the room and you can't see that well, if I'm mic'd up and I'm saying for you to think of a name or to think of a place you want to visit, everything's in the mind. There's no props involved. I have to write it down, sure, but everyone can follow along because everyone's following along in the mind.
Okay.
So that's what, yeah. And now granted, I think constantly just doing I'm think of this. I know what you're thinking of. Think of this. I know what you're thinking of. Eventually, people will be like, okay, I always call it the we get it fallacy.
Yeah.
And a lot of magicians, and that's like me. I used to do just card tricks, and then after the third or fourth card trick, it's like, okay, let me guess, you're gonna do another cool card trick. It's like it gets boring after a while. So
gotta mix it up. Okay.
And you got a nice little spice of variety. And so I usually start off my shows, whether it be in person, like up close, or whether it be on stage, I always start off with like more like a classic, really visual magic trick. You saw me do, for the people at home watching, I did a very visual thing with dollar bills for you. Yeah. So that's.
I grabbed coffee over Dark Bloom. Shout out Dark Bloom for taking care of us.
Very good.
You turned 5 $1 bills into 5 $100 bills.
No trick photography.
No.
Yeah.
No. And it's still alarming, and I feel genuine fear of what's coming next on this podcast.
You should.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
But no, it was incredibly well done.
Thank you.
I'm not even gonna try to figure out how you did it, but I do want you to be my financial advisor from here on out and duplicate money. However, I do want to talk about the business of this,
Let's do it.
because this, at heart, this is a business podcast.
Of course.
People might be like, "What? Why do you have a magician on the podcast? Do you just want to have fun and do tricks on you?" No, and yes.
Yeah.
But I wanted you here for a couple of reasons. One is you are heavily immersed in personal branding.
Yes.
Which should be true of every business owner.
Right.
This is, if I had an Irreverent Business hot take, it would be that every business owner needs to invest in personal branding, because when somebody changes business, whether they are a marketing manager or they're whatever, a sales manager, they're a business owner, they sell the business, they relocate, they do something like that.
Right.
When they are so innately tied to their business, their entire online presence just disintegrates overnight.
Yeah.
And I've seen it happen with realtors that have changed brokerages. I've seen it happen with business owners who have sold their business. You are the brand.
Exactly.
And I like to point out, Joseph is not your real last name.
No, it's not. So, my last name's Criscala. It's
Don't ask me how to spell it.
it's very unique last name, and I'm proud to be a Criscala. But I went by Joseph.
But for marketing and spelling reasons.
Yeah, exactly. So I started off as Finn the Magician, and I thought, okay, says Finn the Magician.
How hard can it be?
Three is three. All they need to remember is Finn. They just need to remember Finn. The Magician is not something they need to remember. They'll know I'm a magician.
Right.
So Finn the Magician. Also, I got that idea initially from, there was an old, I never really watched the show, but there was an old TV show called Adventure Time. And there was a character on there, actually Jake the dog. And then there was Finn.
I'm aware.
Finn the human. So there you go. I actually just dawned on me now. So I went by, I think I'm obligated to name my a dog Jake when I get one.
Yeah,
but,
you should. It's a good, like, 80s, 90s dog name.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Absolutely.
So I am, so Finn the human's kind of what got me this idea of Finn the Magician. And then I started doing more of the mentalism, as I talked about. And then I was like, I kind of don't want to go by Finn the Magician anymore. It kind of seems like a 1920s fair, which isn't bad. It's just not what I don't perform at fairs.
You don't rock the hat with the
cane and
which I'm personally disappointed about, but that's okay.
As I know I promised it, but I just wanted to get on the podcast.
Yeah, no, it was my expectation.
So I try to make magic's fortunately in a cool state, in a cool renaissance right now, but I wanted to go by Finn Joseph because that's my middle name. And it's also, Finn Joseph is, I think, pretty easy to remember. It's an easy name to remember. It's two first names. There's been some studies done on like two first names being more memorable. And that's why I went by that. So it's not my last name, but
It was very intentional, though.
It was very intentional.
For searchability, for easy to remember. I mean, this was a marketing decision, which I feel like a lot of business owners, I'm going to call tons of you on this. You need to knock it off with your standard naming mechanisms.
Sure.
Because whenever anybody decides to go either with an incredibly common name, typically something like Pinnacle, Apex, Top Line, anything that has to do with being the highest investor, tends to be something Highline, things like that. But then just using initials is also a tough one. So if you're A and B Auto and something like that, chances are you're competing nationwide for searchability when only you're local. I could get into that. Sure. However, to double down on it, good move on your part.
Thank you.
I think it makes a ton of sense.
Yeah.
It's interesting too. I'm curious about not wanting to be Finn the Magician. You made a casual passing comment here that it's in a renaissance right now.
Yeah, magic.
What does that mean? Because I know that like Magic for Humans has been on Netflix.
Exactly.
There's been a lot of specials that have come out that have been borderline social media content put on these streaming services.
There's a Magic. I mean, I don't think Magic ever went, maybe like a long time ago before TV was around. Magic has always had a household name, one or two at least. David Copperfield, Penn and Teller, Chris Angel, David Blaine. They have all had their own milestones in helping make Magic cooler. I think Magic, because of social media, TikTok, Instagram, stuff like that, has really magicians and hiring magicians is just people see, for instance, there's been a couple viral videos that have happened on TikTok as the big one, where there's this guy, if you type in spellbinder magician, you'll see you've probably seen it before. There's a magician who like makes a bunch of doves appear, and it's in like a house party. It's like a bachelorette party. And it went uber viral. People see this and they get the idea to hire a magician. Like, this sounds a lot cooler to have, like, let's say like I bring over a couple of my friends, we hire a magician, and we get like some pizza and like some beer, and like people bring food, and we have like a potluck, and we'll have a magician in the living room. It's like, it costs about the same, if not less, even though, if you're hiring a good professional magician, it's not going to be like $10, not going to be like $100, but it's still going to ultimately, with going out to a bars cost a lot of money, buying drinks and stuff like that. People are kind of getting to the, let me just bring my friends over. We'll be our own bartenders. We'll get some food, and let's have like live entertainment at our house.
That's such a cool idea.
Yeah. And it's like, cause I perform for corporate events, like I said, conferences, big companies, and those are great. Obviously they pay well, and it feels good at the end of the day to go and do a killer show in like a professional environment. But nothing beats, the hey, come to our house. There's gonna be 12 people there, and you can perform in our living room, shoes off kind of thing. And that's wonderful. It's wonderful. Hey, you want a beer? It's like, that's the kind of stuff. Those are very common events that I do, and they are the best. I love them because I can go around at the end. One of my, it's not even a trick. I go around at the end of my show and I do my best to remember everyone's name.
Oh, that's cool.
First off, people love that. They just love it. And it also lets me know in my own head that, okay, everybody has, because I know everyone's name, that means everyone's helped out in the show.
Yeah.
So it's really beneficial.
It's a good checklist.
Yeah, it's a good checklist. The most I've done is like 36 names, and I got them all.
Dude, I don't even call my kids by the correct name half the time.
There's sometimes I will go to an event though. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's like I didn't get good sleep the night before. I haven't had a good workout, whatever it might be. Haven't meditated. And, I will have time. Sometimes I'm just off on the names. It's like baseball, like sometimes you go up there and it's like you couldn't hit a beach ball. And then other times you go up there and it's like you could, hit a golden snitch.
Yeah.
So it's,
appreciate the director.
Yeah, exactly. So it's, I sometimes I'm like, I just can't forget these names. And I remember them even like in some cases, I don't know why, I remember these names like a year later. Yeah. So I remember these so it's a really personable experience. Who gets this? Most people have never seen a magician before. And that's what, there's an old line, old magician said, there's way more nuns on the planet than there are magicians. And when was the last time you saw a nun? So, and that's true. That's a true statistic.
Amazing line.
Yeah.
Talk to me about sales here.
Yeah.
Because personal branding, you are selling yourself. What sets you apart? Because when I think about this as an objective observer who has no connection to the magic community, and I'm going to hire a magician.
Yeah.
What aside from AI, which I think there's still, we can go back to that. I think that there is something about because I'm giving you access not only to my event, but to my friends, my colleagues, my staff. Yeah. There's a trust level here because I don't know if you're going to treat them well. I don't know if you're going to make fun of them, which I'm totally fine with, but some people may not, right? How do you go about marketing yourself? And how do you go about really selling yourself?
So one of the things that you mentioned, making fun of people, that is a huge thing that I make sure that that's one of my selling points is that I don't do that. Okay. My goal is to make it, I don't do corny magic, I do cool magic, even though I'm kind of corny of a guy. But it's like, but I come dressed like, I look like a cool person at your party. I don't like, I want to carry myself to be like, I'm doing magic in the 21st century, right? And I want to make it that at the end of the day, this isn't about what I did or what I said. It's about how I made your audience feel. And that's how I sell myself. I'm selling you on an experience. And a big part of what I sell people on, at the end of the day, in sales, people are always thinking, whether they say it out loud or not, what's in it for me? What's in it for me? Absolutely. And so when I am selling to people, especially obviously I sell my Every show is different. Selling myself at a wedding reception versus selling myself to headline a conference, very different sales.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's always, I typically am along the lines of selling people on, which is true. I'm not just making this up. People are going to be thanking you for the event. People are going to be giving you the credit for how good of an event you put on. And entertainment, next to maybe booze and food, is like the thing that people remember the most.
Yep.
So that's the biggest thing that people remember is, okay, there was entertainment there, was there booze, food there, and was there quick access to the
And was the entertainment good or was the entertainment terrible?
whether it was good or bad, that's what they will remember.
Terrible entertainment is memorable. Yeah.
Exactly. It can be memorable for all the wrong reasons. And it's always, that's kind of where the pressure comes in as a performer. You don't want to be remembered for all the wrong reasons. Cause I bombed, it obviously happens a lot less these days. Jerry Seinfeld, one of my favorite lines, Jerry Seinfeld, he's been around the block as a performer.
I've seen a couple of it.
Yeah, exactly. He's not a rookie, and he says I could bomb tomorrow. So it's like anyone could bomb at any point in time. There's no, obviously you can prepare yourself to not do that, but you have to be prepared for it. You have to be prepared to have a poor show. With that being said, that's not part of my sale, but
but I think that's a really good frame of reference. To
Yeah.
be like, we have a software that says all the time.
Yeah.
Just to wake up every single day to earn our client's business.
Exactly.
I love that.
Yeah.
You can also lose it that day too.
Yeah, exactly.
One of our business consultants on staff, right? So he does a lot of one-on-one.
Sure.
One-on-one. That's so interesting. Okay. Where do people find out about, like, if someone is just reaching out for magicians or whatever, how do you position yourself? Because you're in the Central Valley, but you have worked all up and down the I-5 corridor. You've headed back east.
Yeah.
How do you get your name out there?
So I get my name out there. I do have, it's really useful, I think, to have, this is great coffee. It's great.
Really good
It's great to have, like, for instance, I'll have landing pages on my website.
Right.
Bend, Oregon Magician, Eugene, Oregon Magician, stuff like that.
Classic SEO.
Yeah, classic SEO stuff. And
you should.
Yeah, say not to bore, because nobody cares about website stuff. But I come from a web development background, as we talked about. I did do that in college, so I know my way around it. So I do classic stuff like that. Google Ads are always really useful for the world of magic.
I can imagine.
Google Ads are very good in the world of entertainment and higher entertainment.
Can confirm.
Yeah,
And they've done a lot of marketing for entertainment.
Exactly. So Google Ads are really good for it. I usually do them at certain times of the year, like, gearing up for the holiday season, because my busiest month by far, not even close, near a third of my income each year comes from 1 month, and that's December.
Yep.
Holiday party season. So
I'm going to stop right there and pause on that one. For anyone that is in seasonal business, Google Ads are phenomenal.
yes.
They're phenomenal for a couple of reasons. One is it's a pay-to-play game. So the day that you start paying is the day that Google shows them. The day you stop is the day they stop.
Yeah.
The other is variability. Not everybody searches the exact same way.
Exactly.
And so you can do all of your keyword research. You can go look at your search terms and queries and all that kind of stuff and see all the variations, but there's also an adaptability to it. So when someone is looking for anything related to hiring a magician or entertainment, whatever it is, but also it's high intent. And this is where I take Google Ads. Social media is amazing for awareness.
Sure.
Google Ads is incredible for finding high intent people, because I'm going to my phone, I'm going to my computer, and I am going with the intention giving you money. So for those of you that are doing seasonal businesses or whatever it is.
Yes. Unless you're a magician, you didn't hear any of this.
You didn't hear any of it. If you're a magician, they're horrible.
Yeah.
Google Ads are like lighting money on fire.
Yeah, so you might as well.
You don't want to compete for.
We all will sit around and make fun of you.
We will make fun of you.
So
exactly.
There's a few magicians that I know in our area. There's only a couple guys who do them.
Yeah.
And they are friends of mine. The thing is like competition in this world, and we're all friends. And
that's cool. I like that.
It is. Yeah, we are not trying to. I mean, every now and then there might be bad blood for whatever reason, but it's usually not like, oh, you got that show over me. This is
right.
So
there's
that
some bidding, I'm sure.
Oh,
or people are looking out for quotes or whatever.
Yeah, the biggest thing that I think is sours everyone in this world is when I'm quoting $750 for a show or $1,000 for a show, just giving general numbers, and then somebody has that budget in mind, but typically people don't hire magicians. So then when somebody comes in and they bid $200, even though they're going to be a $200 act, you get what you pay for. They don't realize, they don't know, because it's not they're hiring a plumber or hiring an electrician, something they've probably done before. Magicians, they don't know what a magician should cost. So they might think, I'm just way overcharging. But in reality, the person they're going to hire is probably going to put them off magic. And that's the issue with magic, because you talk about you've been in a band and you do music. When people hire a band for an event and the band sucks, people don't go, well, music sucks, I'm not hiring a musician ever again.
Right.
Or even a comedian. They'll be like, that maybe wasn't right for our crowd. But then when people hire a magician and they do bad, they'll just go,
sort off magicians, right?
Magicians just aren't our thing.
Why do you think that is?
It's a great question. I couldn't tell you why. There's going to be other things like that too, but magicians are just, they can be usually the ones who are bad at corny. People don't like corny, like they maybe like it in little spurts, but like watching a 45-minute show is like, why are you putting me through this? I've seen some acts that, nobody really in the local area, but I've seen some acts and I'm like, I can't believe that somebody hired you to do this. And whether it be magicians or like a juggling act, I've seen like acts at fairs and stuff. I'm like, you are a full-time performer and this is the act that you've been doing. And with all due respect, you got to take this back to the drawing board. People are going to look at this and be like, I'm not interested in magic anymore.
Right.
So that's where I try to come in and that's always great too, when it's a great feeling because people don't want to hire the same act over and over. I don't have like a million different tricks I can do. I have what I do and I do it well. I do what I do. I have a couple shows. I have like 3 shows and I do those shows really freaking good. Nice. And that's like, there's a saying like, an amateur magician does, 1,000 tricks for the same people, and a professional does the same tricks for 1,000 people. So it's like you do the same things, you do them well. So anyway, they'll hire me. Somebody who's a seasoned event planner will know, well, I'm not going to hire Finn next year, but they'll go and hire like one of my friends, like Craig Martin, another great magician, or Harkeen, these other really good performers, and vice versa. People will hire me after they've hired them. That implies they did a good job, or I did a good job.
Nice. So there is some sort of rising tides raise all ships.
Absolutely.
Because
100%.
This is really interesting because in the escape room community, which you do a lot of marketing for, that is a really common sentiment that if somebody goes to the first escape room that's terrible, they think all escape rooms are bad.
I can completely imagine.
And they go to an escape room and it's scary, they think all escape rooms are scary. So the competition in that space has always been funny to me because it's not front of mind. It's not someone's like, oh my gosh, this weekend we have our escape room budget available. No one says that. It's passive throughput entertainment. They always know if they're going to go bowling that they're going to get what they expect. Exactly. And so it is somewhat of a semblance there of going like, you are also defending the reputation of your industry. And making sure that it is respected.
And that's where I will even say to people too, when let's say I come in at a quote and people my quote isn't in their budget range, I can do a few things to help them out, because I'll ask them, okay, what is your budget? I can maybe help you find somebody who's a part-time performer. Maybe they're a little bit newer to the game. They'll still do a good job for you, but it's just maybe not me this year. And then once you have maybe you'll have a little more wiggle room in your budget next year. We'll talk then. I'll talk to people and I want to help them out. I want to be I'm representing my business, and I want to help them out by finding somebody who I recommend who might fit their budget range. But let's say they come in like, oh, we have like $100. I'd be like, I recommend that you go and get like a keg or something. I'm like, I recommend you do something
cheap fun.
Yeah, exactly. Or like, one of my good buddies is a magician. He says like, I would recommend if you have $200 in your budget, I would recommend you go and get like some really nice cocktail shrimp, because people remember good cocktail shrimp. And they won't remember, they'll maybe remember magic. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I want to get to doing some magic in a minute, but I have one more question for you. Who's your ideal client, ideal audience? Like, if you were just to 366 days in the leap year, you're going, I would love to perform for film blank.
Oh, well, 300. I would definitely do the house parties.
Really?
I would, if I had to pick one or the other. Now, if I had to pick one, look, I've worked in the corporate world. I've worked for state government. I've worked in the corporate world. I can work with people in a professional environment. I'm really good at it. I don't tell jokes that are so funny HR wants to hear them again on Monday morning. I
have that sticker in the bathroom.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, I do HR appropriate comedy and stuff like that for, a company party. And I'm not trying to turn this and say, man, I do something inappropriate for house house parties, but people can let
You
their
can
hair
loosen
down.
up a little bit.
Yeah, people can let their hair down a little bit more. Like I said, they're smaller. I do close-up magic. I do intimate kind of miracles or, like astonishing things. So I love those parties. I love the personality of it. Sometimes I meet friends who I've hung out with at barbecues and Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that after they've hired me for an event. I do that kind of stuff all the time. So I love those events. If I had to pick one, I would say it's definitely that. It would be house parties.
Okay.
You want to see
We
it?
prepped a couple things here prior to this,
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah,
And,
so-
to say I'm concerned is an understatement.
So
Here's what we got. Everybody thinks, oh yeah, look at that. We've got, you can see all of it. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
gonna move my coffee a little bit here.
yeah. So let's see. I want to.
Yeah.
So I just want to, because we prepped a few things beforehand.
We did.
I'm not going to even sit here and pretend like this. Sometimes magicians and mentalists will do this, where they'll like kind of figure something out beforehand, and then they'll kind of like, they call it stooging. Like they're like, hey, I want Jake say this or whatever. Well, you and I have not set anything up.
No,
here.
to be clear, there's no prep.
No, no.
There's no setup. There were
But
just
to
a
save
couple
that
things
space.
where it's like, I need you to write something
Yeah,
down.
to save dead space, we were like, we did this.
Okay,
So,
bring it up.
So, first I want to start off. We'll do. I've talked about doing sleight of hand tricks. This is my favorite.
Fallen bunny?
Yeah. So we can see. Okay, you can see them on the screen.
Yeah,
So,
we can see that.
yeah. So every good magician needs a rabbit in the wrap, right?
Yes.
So
You have two.
I have two.
Yeah.
I have two bunnies. I'm just gonna do a quick sleight of hand illusion.
That's how I judge my magicians, by the way, is how many bunnies.
Yes,
So you're doing well. Go.
So exactly, we're off to a good start. Okay, we got two bunnies. I'm gonna put one in my hand, and have me squeeze tightly and hold onto this one. So squeeze.
Okay.
Okay, watch this. Just keep it close. Keep it closed.
Okay.
Slowly open your hand up.
What the hell?
Open your hand.
No, no. I don't like that. Can you do that with $100 bills?
I cannot.
How? Okay. Moving on.
Yeah. So that's sleight of hand.
I didn't do. Okay.
Yeah. So
I didn't do. You guys saw that. There's no anything
There.
here. I put one in my hand.
we're gonna just kind of keep up.
Why am I sweating? Okay.
You and me both, brother. So
It's
the coffee. It's the coffee.
It's the cold.
Yeah. So
What the hell?
I love that trick because 5-year-olds love it and 95-year-olds love it. It's the best trick. I could do that to somebody who, you know what, actually, I will say really quickly, in magic, and this is my own, this is a custom Finn Joseph line.
Okay.
I always say, you know, if you're doing good magic tricks, and this is more for like visual tricks, drunk foreigner test. Could a drunk person who doesn't speak your language enjoy your magic and then
That is
enjoy
an
this?
amazing reference for World Cup right now as well.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of drunk foreigners.
Oh yeah, the world. Oh yeah, yeah. No kidding. Well, my mom's from Scotland actually. Did you hear about the Scottish people in Boston?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Followed the whole thing. It was fantastic.
I actually was in because I visit my mom's. My entire mom's side of the family is from there. She's the only one who doesn't live there anymore. When they qualified for the World Cup last November, we were in Scotland. My brothers and I watched the whole thing. Great sporting event in my life. Great sporting event. So,
Okay. Cards.
deck of cards. This is good. I don't have cards to do a sleight of hand trick this time. This is going to be. We'll see if this works. I did something with this deck of cards, something simple yet maybe profound.
Okay.
So profound. I'm selling myself here. So. You know cards, right? There's red and black cards, like, club
I'm
hearts, face
aware.
diamonds.
Yeah.
So just pick for me. We're going to do a flow chart here in mind, okay? There's going to be 1 or 2 times where I'm going to give you the opportunity to go back if you want to.
All right.
So,
Fair enough.
red and black. Say it out loud, red or black.
Red.
Red, okay. So, that leaves us with hearts and diamonds. So, we're going to flow chart down to hearts and diamonds.
Okay.
Go ahead and say one out loud.
Diamonds.
So, we're at diamonds. You want to stick with diamonds.
Yes.
Great. Now, from there, we're going to go to numbers and face cards, right? Obviously, there's 2 through 10. And then there's Jack, Queen, King, and Ace. And a lot of card games have Ace as 1, but for this case, it's a face card, right? So, you have number cards, we have face cards. Jake, say out loud for me, number or face.
Number.
Number. Okay, we're at number. Diamond. You have the opportunity to pick one of the numbers. Now, again, I'm going to just have you say one out loud. First one that comes to your mind, go.
7.
7. Okay, so we would be right now at the 7 of diamonds.
Yes.
I'm going to give you an opportunity one more time. You could have gone to heart. You stuck with diamond.
Correct.
I like that you did that, by the way. But
Very stubborn.
you can go. I dig it. Your digital marketing makes sense. So
Yeah.
I want you to you have the opportunity now. You can change your mind to another number.
Yes, I'm going to change it.
You're going to change
I'm
it.
gonna change it.
I like it. Okay. So you're not too stubborn.
No, because I want to play your game here.
Okay. But the thing is, because you could have said, I'm sticking with 7.
I'm not sticking with 7.
Which maybe would have, I like it. What are you going to go with?
I'm going with 9.
You're going to go with the, okay. See, this is really good.
Okay.
This is really
Why is this good?
Because I turn one card face down in this deck.
I don't believe you.
You don't?
No.
So, you see how all the cards, let's see, I'll do it so everyone can see it here.
Yeah.
Because you can see how all the cards,
Pointing at the... Yeah, okay, yeah.
you see how everyone can see how
Yeah,
they're
one of
face
them is... Yeah, they're all face up except for one. I don't like this. I don't...
But just grab it. Grab it. Before you look at it,
Okay.
you could have said 7.
Yeah, very intently, and I was going to stay with it, and I decided not to.
You went with a 9.
Yeah.
What do you get? Show it.
Damn it. I picked the wrong beverage for this. I'm drinking but
Your beer would be better for it. You could have made... See,
that was very... Okay. I don't like that. That was very intentional.
Yeah,
I
it was.
almost stuck with 7.
I had one chance, like I said,
I don't understand.
a simple yet profound choice, right? So
People are watching this and like, oh, I know how that trick works.
Oh, yeah.
And you need to understand, this is all very bothersome to me right now.
we're gonna go. I love those people, and actually, I really do admire left brain people in the world of magic. First off, everything I'm doing here, I could explain it to you. Some things you'd be like, that's clever.
Well,
Some
I
things-
can imagine people are very reactive,
Sure,
like
sure.
I am now, being like, But some people are probably like, I know how you did it.
Oh, sure.
a lot.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot. And the thing is, I always try to make it like, look, my show's about us having fun. If I can have people suspend their disbelief for a little while, that's a win. But the thing is, I understand there's a lot of magicians out there. They want it to be like a, cat and mouse. They think it's like, oh, you're trying to fool me. And I don't want to be fooled. Who likes to, most people in the context of magic, being fooled is fun, but
I am having fun, to be clear.
is it being,
It is delightfully bothersome.
so like surprise parties, magicians,
Yeah.
maybe like surprises in general. Those are the only times that I think being fooled is kind of considered fun. Usually being fooled is a negative thing, right? So I don't really blame people. I don't blame people for being that way. So
I have wondered, this is my 3rd espresso for the day. I have wondered if you're taking advantage of just the hyper levels of caffeine I've had, but
I don't know if that's possible, but if
I
it
do
is,
have a very high tolerance. So let's keep going. Okay.
so I made sure
we have a die.
we have a die. Nobody's playing Yahtzee at home today, so I was able to use it. So what I want you to do is I want you to shake it,
Do the little shaker.
and then I want you to put it on the ground, on the table, and then I want you to go ahead and peek at the number facing up. I'm gonna look away.
Got it.
You got it?
I got it.
You want to do it again, or you want to
This is the one I'm sticking with.
think about that number over and over in your mind, and about the number over and over in your mind. I have this little whiteboard here that I'm gonna write stuff down on.
Okay.
Okay, so just think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Got it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're just saying it over and over in your head. It's almost like a dream where you.
I have an English degree, but I can count to 6.
Okay, so
We're doing well.
what was the number that you have?
1. Dang it.
Okay, we're gonna do it again. Do it again. One more time. Let's do one more time.
All right. I'm in.
Okay, so go ahead and do it, and then shake it.
Okay.
And then put it down. If it's a 1, change it again. Because I want to preclude the idea of it being a loaded die.
Okay.
Is it a 1? It's not a 1.
No, but now you
Okay.
only have to pick from 5 options.
Well, that's fine. But
Okay.
here, you can change your mind. Okay, you can change your mind, or you can stick with the 6. What do you want to do?
Damn it. That's not... It was a 6, in case you guys were wondering. Okay.
It's simple. This is like I said. Magic is fun with simple things. Simple yet profound. That's what I love. That's what I go for.
Yeah.
So okay, here. So okay, so we have a book here. You know,
I have a couple books. This is personally my favorite. This is called The Little Guide to Taylor Swift.
Okay.
And it is just quotes from Taylor Swift.
Oh, there you go.
It's nice. Yep, it's a good one.
That's good.
Okay.
So we have okay. So this is a book called A Case of Intuition. Intuition has a lot to do with what I'm doing right now. So that's why I love this book name. It's honestly because we have a book here.
Okay.
You and I have not set up with this book anything, right?
No, we have not.
I want you to.
This is my first time.
I want you to verify for me. It's not like this book has the same page. You know, you don't read it. We obviously got so much time here. But yeah, it's
a Jack Harlan. It's a detective mystery.
Exactly.
It looks like a legitimate book.
Yeah, exactly. So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to turn my head. I want you to look at the first word can you see the first word on that page?
I can.
So I'm going to flick through. I just want you to verify. It's not like there's the same word on every page or it's alternating or something like that. So go ahead and just.
They're all different.
They're all different words.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you say stop. Think about whatever word that you thought. I know you have a word that you were thinking of from earlier, but we'll come back to that in a minute. Okay. So go ahead and say stop whenever you feel like.
Stop.
Okay, you stop there. You know how that works? Okay. So what I want you to do is think about.
Did you guys see it? You can stop. Okay.
So I want you to think about a letter somewhere in your word.
Okay.
Not the first letter, but somewhere in the middle.
Got it.
Are you thinking of the letter L right now?
Yes, I am.
You are.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I'm thinking of the letter L.
you got to that really quickly. And the thing is too, sometimes when there's trepidation or when you're thinking about like different things, there's almost like let's say there was like a couple letters in your mind that you were hopping between, which you didn't there. That would have been harder for me to read. It's a short word. There's only one word. There's only one letter in the middle because you went to it really quickly.
Yeah, that's correct.
What was the word?
The word is old.
Old.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. That's why I figured that's what you thought. Oh, boy. Okay. Yeah.
So,
no, that was the word.
So here, let's try. I want to try another thing with the book really quickly. Okay.
Okay.
So again, detective novel, books abound. What I want you to do is I want you to take that book and look through the book yourself. And the book was in my hand the whole time.
It was in your hand the whole time.
I want you to find a long word that you can put an image to in your mind. Find a long word you can put an image to in your mind.
Define long.
Just look through and find a word that's longer. That you can put an image to.
Got it.
You got one? Okay, great.
Yep.
Okay, great. So what I'm going to do is I want you to think about your word, have an image in your mind to it, and let me know when you have a clear image in your mind.
I've got it.
Okay.
It's a clear image.
Okay. Think about the first letter of the word, not the image, but the word itself.
Got it.
Okay, you're thinking about it. It's like a frame. It's like a frame right here in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a movie playing. Is the first letter of the word, don't say the whole word out loud, is the first letter of the word you're thinking of S?
No, it's not.
See, I knew that. No, so
I finally
yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, so it's not an S, but you have an image in your mind, right?
Yes.
So, what's the first letter? Don't say the whole word. What's the first letter of the word you're thinking of?
Oh.
Okay, I think I know where this is coming from. I was seeing I saw the word like sight. Does that?
Okay.
But that like spectacles.
Yeah.
So that wasn't the word, but that's related to the image you had in your mind.
Correct.
So that's okay. I got that wrong. But you had spectacles in your. That's what you were thinking of.
Yes.
Were they black?
Yes.
Okay, they were thinking of black. Okay, let me see if I got this.
I need more coffee.
Okay, let me see if I got this. This is a long word. Okay, let's see if we got it. I'm going to show it to the crowd at home.
Okay.
And then I'll have you.
My eyes are covered.
I think I got it, okay? Is it a medical profession?
Yes.
Say it out loud. What is it?
Optometrist.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I chose a really hard one. Oh, you spell it correctly. It's double.
Oh, yeah. I have no
I
idea.
think there's an E in there somewhere.
Oh, whatever. Close enough.
Okay. Of all of the tricks you've done, the bunny one's still
Well, sure. It's
very
fine.
impressive, but that,
Okay.
because I could have stopped on any word. I almost stopped on a couple different ones.
Right.
But when I saw optometrist, I was like, there's no way.
Yeah. Okay, we got it. That's mind-to-mind communication. So here's one. I wanted to eliminate dead space. I wanted to talk about, because the thing is, there's only so many words in a book, right? How many pages are in this book? Let's go. How many pages are in here? 267 pages. So there's thousands of words in there, right? But that book is going to have the same, number of words in it, and every other book on here's got the same number of words in it, right?
Yep.
But something that doesn't have the same number of words is the internet.
Fact.
Before the show started, okay, I wanted to save on dead space. I had you went to Wikipedia and you looked up something on Wikipedia. Wikipedia has articles. It's like a living, breathing encyclopedia. It's always changing. We were talking about the World Cup, right? There's going to be like it's going to be updating based on every single time something happens. So I want you to think about your article that you thought of in Wikipedia. Mm-hmm. Don't say it out loud. I want you to think about it now.
Which on my own accord.
Yeah,
I searched for whatever.
Yeah, and you looked it up on your phone, and it's not like I didn't touch your phone.
No, you have not touched my phone.
Okay, so
true. I don't trust you with my phone.
I don't. At this point, I don't like you.
No, yeah.
Okay, I want you to put an image in your mind again.
Got it.
You aren't thinking of something related to the World Cup, are you?
Maybe.
You are?
Yeah.
You're thinking of okay. It's not related to the world. Well, kind of. It's not related to the World Cup necessarily. You're thinking of something related to soccer.
Correct. Yeah.
Think of a player. You're not thinking of a national team. You're thinking of a. You know, I can see Ronaldo in your mind right now, right? Because that was Ronaldo you just had in your mind there, didn't you?
Yeah. But I don't even think he played for them.
Do you not?
I'm not sure. At this point, I'm just bothered.
Because did Ronaldo play? What was the? You looked up the name of a soccer club, didn't you?
I don't know the name of the soccer club.
You and I have not set this
I
up.
really wanted to throw you off.
You haven't even said it out loud. It's just been in mind at this point what you've been thinking of.
Yes.
What was it? Say it out loud for the first time. What was that you looked up?
I looked up Real Madrid.
I'm pretty sure he played for him.
Yeah, I think he did. I really wanted to go out there. I know World Cup was there. I know.
Sure.
That, okay.
So, we got one more thing, and this is the part that always makes me so nervous because what I'm about to do here is I'm going to take a real chance, and I don't know if I'm going to get this. Okay. So.
I'm expecting you to fail at this point.
But at this point,
proven nothing to me.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, get out of here. We're never airing this or anything like that. So,
oh boy.
So just to recap here, we've done some sleight of hand illusions. We have, you have thought about, you thought of a playing card that was turned face up in a deck that was sitting here the whole time.
Uh-huh.
You were rolling dice and I was able to decipher the number that you had in your mind.
Twice.
And you were able to find a word in here. I knew what that was. Yeah, so I'm not trying to glow. I'm just saying I'm proud of myself.
That still pisses me off.
And
keep going.
You also looked up something on your phone and you Googled it.
And I flipped the phone over.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Been sitting over here the whole time.
He did play for them. I was thinking, Messi played for Barcelona.
Oh, that's
I
what
was
you're
trying
thinking.
to.
So you thought of that. So now I want to see if we can up the stakes. And this is actually probably the hardest part because even though we look like there's millions of articles on Wikipedia, there's like so many things you could think about in there. There's no real, there's an infinite number of names out there, isn't there? Mm-hmm. And obviously names have a lot more of a connection. So, this is the part that's really nervous for me. This is the part that's nervous. Names are nervous. I'm nervous with names, okay? So, I want you to think of I had you think of the name earlier, right?
You did.
I had you think of a name.
I should have gone with something super just out there.
But you thought of a name, you have not said it out loud, obviously.
I did not say it out loud.
Yes.
I did write it down.
Yeah, you wrote it down, but I've been sitting over here the whole time.
Yeah, and the paper's hidden behind a Malcolm Gladwell book.
Yeah, there you go. So, you have a name in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm finishing this coffee.
Okay, what I want you to do is think of the name.
Okay. The name is not that many. It's not that many.
I know that.
No.
Because the reason this is so nervous to me is because what we've been doing so far has been mind-to-mind communication.
Yeah.
Earlier, when I got here, you were on the phone talking to somebody.
I was, in fact.
Yeah, and I was sitting in the car and I was doing something on my phone because I had to get a read when I got here.
Oh, so you got to read on me picking up garbage while talking to one of my staff?
It's pretty odd, isn't it? Yeah. So what I did, though, is you get impulses, right? Sometimes you get impulses and this thing says, you think of somebody in your life and then they text you, or you think of a song that you like and that song plays on the radio. You know, that kind of stuff happens.
Yeah.
Right? Whatever it is, it just Somebody took you to that location, right? Even with me with magic, it's like my brothers happened to like say, hey, go check this guy out. They didn't think I was going to become a magician. Things just serendipitously lined up. Serendipity is a word that I love, and it works so much with what I do.
It's a great word.
So
Yeah.
I had an idea of a name you would think an hour ago or whatever I got here, over an hour ago.
Yeah.
I put it on my social media. Could you go on your phone to Finn Joseph Magic?
Stop it.
Go to Finn Joseph Magic.
This is an amazing marketing play, by the way. And yes, Ronaldo did play for them.
Yes, so, I thought he did.
Yeah,
I played enough FIFA in my day. So you have a name in mind. You have not said it out loud, but so don't look it up. Don't search. Like, so go to Instagram.
Yeah.
And like when you see my profile about to pop up.
Yeah, I see it.
So don't click it just yet.
Okay, I'm not gonna do it.
Before you do,
Okay.
I put in my Instagram bio a name that I thought you might pick.
No.
Okay, so an hour and a half ago or
I
so,
don't like this.
you thought of a name. Before you even go to it, you and I did not set this up. You
That's
thought of this
correct.
name. What was the name that you thought of? Say it out loud for everybody.
Yeah, the name, yesterday I had a meeting with a client. Also, I coached some baseball.
Okay.
And the name I chose is Luke.
Luke. Like
Yes.
Luke, spelled like Luke Skywalker.
Yes, like Luke. Yeah.
Can you click on my profile?
Okay, I'm clicking on his profile right now.
Read out loud, what is my Instagram bio?
Oh my God. It says, on the Irreverent Business Podcast today, Jake is going to hopefully choose the name Luke.
And that is where we have it.
I am going to like and follow your account
And
now.
screenshot that. Screenshot that and put that on the pod and put that on the video.
That is so bothersome. That is so crazy.
Jake, thank you for picking that name. Good choice.
I have
Thank you everybody for watching that little show.
mad respect.
Thank
on
you.
that.
Thank you.
That is, I got nothing on that one. I can make some guesses on the others. That one, I got nothing.
Fair enough.
Because you didn't ask me that until we'd already been chatting for probably 20 minutes or so.
Yeah.
I came in here.
Of course. Yeah. It's
God,
that's the thing is I get to do, yeah, if anybody wants to follow me, Finn Joseph Magic, you'll be able to find me there.
Highly recommend.
Yeah, so
Joseph Magic. We got to get his follower count. Do you know? I'm gonna play this game. Do you know how many followers you have on Instagram?
Think about the number in your head. I actually don't.
I got it. Yeah. Since I just followed you.
Is it just say the number in your head over and over? 800.
On the money.
Yes.
Yeah,
All right.
on the money.
Sweet.
How'd you do that? How'd
You
fill
said
out-
it in your head.
All right. Finn, thanks for being here, I think.
Jake,
Yeah, that was a lot of
it was a
fun.
pleasure. I'm glad I got to do this with you. I hope you enjoyed it.
That was a blast.
And I hope people at
other-
home, you can find me if you want me to
Well,
do
that's what I
something
was
like
going to
this.
say. I want to know. So, other than at Finn Joseph Magic,
Yeah.
what's the best way for people to get a hold of you?
So if they want to reach out to me, as I mentioned, I have 2 website domains because I use Finn the Magician.
yeah.
So look up either Finn the Magician or Finn Joseph and you will find me. Go ahead and give me a ring, shoot me a text, give me a call. We'll see if we can make your event memorable. We can do stuff like this and more. And everybody will remember it and have a lot of fun.
I love it. Finn, thank you so much.
All right.
I appreciate it.
Of course, man. Thank you.